he decides that I can't cut a promo.
Yeah.
Hello? 25 women, just that.
Yeah.
There you go. Woo!
Fellas, what's going on? What's going on?
Yep. Welcome to another edition of the Smarks. We are the Smarks. I'm Triple J, Joe.
It's your boy, Johnny Boy here.
We're running into some technical difficulties, getting some feedback.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're all good, Joe. Take it away, buddy.
Oh, all right. It is another week. A pop culture phenomenon. And I'm talking about The Rock.
Showing up to Raw. Let's say I found out I had a 40-inch vertical that day. I jumped up so high out of my seat. I felt like I was Derrick Rose. I mean, Cody's promo was absolutely amazing, by the way, Joe, since you love him so much. And we had everybody pointing at that sign, getting ready to announce his WrestleMania matches. And then all of a sudden, the final boss came out. And literally, if you look up electrifying definition in the dictionary, it's going to say The Rock. I mean, nobody expected him to be there. I felt bad for everybody that wasn't there. But
first of all, thanks for rubbing it in. Second of all, let's talk about. First of all, I thought, okay, The Rock flew all this way just to whisper a sentence into Cody Rhodes' ear, and then skip town. I'm like, no. There's got to be something more cooking. He's got to be cooking something in. Oh yes, he shows up to Raw. Later on, issues Cody the Chi-Town beatdown of all Chi-Town beatdowns. I absolutely loved it. Probably the best episode of Raw I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Now, let's take an early deep dive into this. Now, this is sparking the interest of not only wrestling fans like us, but casual observers, the ones who watch Dwayne Johnson movies, the ones who follow him on social media. Because if you don't know, he's touring right now, promoting all sorts of products, skincare product line,
energy drinks. Yeah.
So that leaves the Dwayne Johnson fans wondering, what in the hell is a heel Rock? And they found out what the hell a heel Rock is in the worst for them way possible, but the best way possible for fans like us.
Oh yeah,
he turned total Thanos on Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
Okay, the three of us have been to the Allstate Arena. We drive by it almost every day. That the ramp, the going downwards, and it was raining. It was raining cats and dogs that night. Dwayne, or The Rock, if you whatever you want to call him, literally dragged Cody out by that expensive dress shirt of his and whooped his ass in the rain.
Oh yeah, he ripped that shirt too, man. Poor guy.
Expensive dress shirt.
And The Rock had his Versace on too.
Oh yeah, he can't go on TV without that. But you see how this is becoming transcendent of wrestling itself, of Monday Night Raw itself. Now people, from the comments that I see on his Instagram, is that what the hell is this guy doing? But at the same time, I think this is a great way for people to get intrigued and to watch Monday Night Raw and SmackDown and even WrestleMania. So this is getting even bigger than what we're just talking about now. What say you guys?
Go ahead, Johnny boy. What do you think?
I think this is the best transition ever from out of the PG era into what I've seen online being called the Renaissance era.
Ooh.
I think it's absolutely fire, as they say nowadays. The Rock was definitely cooking, and I think he has been cooking ever since they kind of flopped the whole Roman Rock thing. He's making the most out of this, and I think he's having fun with it too. But I think this is like, it is making wrestling cool again in a way. It's more than just us fans who watch it. It's going out there to the casual viewer. Hey, I'm gonna go check this out. Somebody's talking about The Rock came out and whoop somebody's ass on live television, and lo and behold, yeah, he did, and he's an absolute menace.
It's
He's
definitely more edgy right now at this point. We are getting crossing that PG line into, you know, the Netflix transition that they're about to have. Maybe they'll be, you know, more edgy and entertaining for the older generation, but you still gotta, you know, have that core audience of the children, pretty much like a John Cena babyface or a Cody Rhodes babyface. You still need those wrestlers that could, you know, carry the company and be the face of a company in that sense.
Well, that Cody baby face right now is just dismantled. Now, as a casual observer, I can see how casual observers, the Dwayne Johnson, the actor fans, are not liking this. When Raw went off the air on Monday here in Chicago, cameras kept rolling. Some external cameras and maybe some cell phones kept rolling, and it was a vulgar display in length and very graphic, and I can see how the casual observers aren't liking this, but people like us, I've seen it called the dawning of a new attitude era. But it's certainly drumming up interest in WrestleMania, and I think this is the best promoting that they've ever done.
I think so too. Currently, it's really good for the main event and on both nights for what they're doing with each storyline with Cody Rhodes and Roman, the final boss, The Rock, dude, Thanos. Like, that reminds me of just Thanos. He's about to snap his finger, and the whole WWE is about to blow up.
You know, I like that example too, though, because you
Amen.
remember in that movie there was like 14 million possibilities. Because now with everything going on, I don't know what's going to happen in WrestleMania between that tag team match. You know, whether it's going to be bloodline rules or it's going to be the bloodline's going to be out of that from interfering.
They're definitely blurring the ending or the finish to that match right now. Right now, I'm kind of like on both ends, but I that'll be a great turn out if they do have the bloodline and The Rock go over on Cody and Seth, and then have him against all odds, you know, win main event part 2, night 2. You know, that's what I think is gonna turn out this way.
Will Mama Rhodes get that bloodied Brahma Bull belt?
That's one of our last video we posted on YouTube. You know, the trophy for Mama Rose. What is she gonna get?
I hope she gets that thing with both hands, soaked in Cody's blood, and Cody goes away. Goodbye, babyface.
So Joe, you used to what did you call it? A title? What, back with the tennis reference you had, the titles, or what were they?
I don't recall.
But you referenced, so a belt is pretty much, you know, what you wear around your waist, and the title is what you are, like the WWE championship, and you're the champion of that title, right? That's pretty much what it is. It's a belt. We're gonna call it a belt. We're gonna stick to a belt.
Yeah.
I'm so
yeah,
confused. I was watching like Jim Cornette trying to explain it. He's like, this is a belt. This is not a title or whatever the hell it
Well,
was.
WWE is not allowed to call it a belt anymore, and in boxing,
Vince didn't like it, right?
they don't call it a strap.
Don't call it the strap.
But yeah, do you guys see? I'm honestly a little, as much as I cannot stand Cody Rhodes' story. I'm a little bit on the fence about the whole thing, the way that it is being promoted. Yes, the Cody Rhodes is a favorite. You know, he's a crowd favorite. He currently is the imposed face of this company. You know, gets huge reactions in every city. But is this going too far? Is it going to perhaps push people away? Is it going to backfire on them?
Will it backfire on Cody Rhodes for being a babyface or just being too nice of a guy and allowing? I don't. Is that the question?
No. I'm saying the whole Rock versus Cody promoting. Is it going to push people away, or will it draw more attention? Will it draw more curiosity?
I think they need to push Roman a little more towards Cody, you know, right now currently, because they're like mainstreaming this Rock Cody thing. So if they should definitely push Roman more towards it, which they have been doing in the past few weeks, I think. But I mean, if you're main eventing day 2, that's the main event. I don't care what you say, day 1, you know, it's a co-main event or whatever. But day 2 is the draw, man. That's what you go for WrestleMania for. That's the biggest story, the biggest match, the biggest, you know, finish to WrestleMania. It might not be the best match because historically the best match isn't the main event sometimes, like Rick the Dragon Steamboat and Macho Man, right? But you know, it should be the payoff of a great storyline for the championship belt.
You know, it may not. This is the most anticipated match to come
by far.
Yeah,
Roman was not present on Raw. However, Jimmy and Solo were, and Paul Heyman.
I believe Paul Heyman was talking to Drew backstage. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about it.
So yeah, CM Punk comes out. The crowd goes wild. Okay. That whole segment, that whole promo that he did was amazing. Then you got Drew coming out, talking his smack. Amazing. Amazing. And then Seth comes out, and then you had CM Punk in the middle of the ring just slamming the mic on his head when Seth came out because he's so annoyed at Seth Rollins, which I find so funny. But that whole promo is like 20 minutes long. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
See, so like ahead, it was an obligatory CM Punk pop, of course, it being in Chicago, but that promo that could have been used a little better. That's my opinion. It ate up a lot of time and didn't really accomplish much. That's the way I see it. Hello, CM Punk. Okay, cult of personality. All right, nice to see you. So long.
Hometown pop, you know.
Yeah, that's all it was. But I think it took a little too long. Ate up too much time. No, not much action. Dialogue was a little. It got stale. But
where does he fit in this WrestleMania match?
He's gonna be on commentary.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him be a ref.
Commentary. I mean, he's great on, you know, the mic, but yeah, let him do the ref thing. I think. Why not?
Yeah, the ref thing could have been something.
If he is the ref, how do you see it turning out? Do you see it?
What would CM Punk as a guest ref accomplish?
They're just trying to keep him relevant.
Relevance, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You got to keep him in the mix somehow with that injury.
Yeah. It kind of sucks that it happened that way, but you know, he did go over his time. I saw that he did go over a few minutes or so, or something like that, and he got cut off when Drew came out. But I like it. I like it. Everybody's being vulgar. Everybody's just being themselves. They don't have to hold back on some things. Like even Drew was like PG brother to CM Punk after he called them dipshits.
Yeah.
You know, but
TKO is definitely allowing more to happen than when Vince was at the helm.
yeah,
Not saying he's not, but
that's because TKO got that money.
yes,
But
They're paying them fines.
it's kind of funny the way
mean,
the swear words kind of slip through after the censorship, after the beeps.
Yeah.
they censored the holy shit chant. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you're going a little too far. Holy tip. And then Pat McAfee's like, it rhymes with Stoli tip or something like that. I was like, oh, come on. Pat McAfee, man.
How do you guys?
Let's transition a bit here. We've got other things cooking as well. Last night's SmackDown, Jade Cargill making her. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it a debut. Her premiere promotion.
Yeah, I think Wade Barrett said it best. I just can't stop staring at her. Respectfully.
Yes, very respectfully.
Certainly a sight to behold. However, she kind of inserted herself in the whole damage control story.
Yeah, for sure. Johnny Boy, you got some fans, buddy.
Oh.
Hey, well, Kushi.
Thank you.
Oh, anyway, yeah. I mean, where do you see her fitting in? Do you see her fitting in with the damage control storyline with Bianca? So where's Naomi fit into this now?
Well, they're doing a tag team of 3. They're doing a 3-woman tag team.
But I mean, for the match at WrestleMania.
So, because the titles, the women's tag team titles, can't be at stake there.
No, they're not. I think that's a waste. I think they should have just kept it Bianca and Naomi versus the Kabuki Warriors. If they want to get Jade involved some way, somehow, to have her big moment at WrestleMania, get the spotlight on her. It's been way too long, and that's just how I see it. I mean, that could be pretty much the truth right there. She could have had her own match against, like, if they build her up sooner, she could have been involved like in some triple threat or something for the championship title or something. You know,
but last was just her contract signing.
Yeah,
and her finisher was reminiscent of Beth Phoenix.
Oh yeah, very very close.
Yeah.
Speaking of contracts, Cody Rhodes, your boy, did just sign a new contract with the WWE, so he ain't going nowhere for
amazing.
Oh, the story continues.
Yeah, yep. That's how you know he's not going to win at WrestleMania. Oh God,
it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, again, I'm gonna put this out there. Damian Priest, Senior Money in the Bank, is getting old with the briefcase. Let him win against Roman. Bite my tongue. And come up from behind, whack his ass with that Money in the Bank briefcase, and take the Universal title.
I don't see it happening. I can't see it.
That's a big take, buddy.
That's a hot take. That's a bigger take than I want to take.
Let's do it. Come on, Damian.
I love it though, because that's gonna start a pot.
Yeah, you got a whole year to build up.
End the story. Senior Money in the Bank will end the story. Let's go. He can't hold on to that briefcase forever. We went from Jade Cargill
back to
back to
bouncing around, man. Keep us on track, Joe. First you're late, now you can't keep us on track.
He loves his tribal chief. That's all. He just loves it so much.
All right. Well, so how do we see this the tag team 6-pack picture unfolding?
Well, I know they all got whooped on last Monday, and I think that was pretty cool to see, but it doesn't really add too much to what's going on.
It was a legitimate
DIY, I think, in my opinion.
DIY?
They've had the most TV time out of anybody in that tag. Them and A-Town Down Under. Like those two teams had the most screen time so far the last few weeks. Or New Catch Republic.
That's Republic, yeah.
Yeah, they could be the underdog. I mean, I don't see anybody taking those belts from the Judgment Day currently.
I think it's overdue, to be honest. I like Judgment Day. I like Finn Balor. I like Damian Priest, but they're not going nowhere with these titles, man. They barely even have matches with them. Like, and they need to defend them more. And I honestly, I would love to see those titles get taken away from them. That way, they could build something up for Damian with that El Senor Money in the Bank briefcase and do something with him, and probably go back to that original storyline of Finn Balor not trusting him, and possibly betraying each other. But I thought that was great when that was going on.
You see, the Judgment Day can go in many ways. They could either just dissolve, or they could be the most powerful faction in the whole company. It's that I like the direction they're going in with that. They imagine them holding on to the tag team titles, getting the undisputed WWE Universal title, Rhea Ripley holding on to the Women's World title.
It looks like they're leaning towards a dissolving, like, because what Dom's doing with the LWO and LDF, I think maybe I don't think the Judgment Day stays after. Backlash. I'll give him till Backlash.
Yeah, that was just announced. We have Ray and Dragon Lee versus Dominic
and Santos Escobar.
Dominic's making that feud kind of entertaining for me.
Yeah, I like it.
Dominic, I don't think I would really have much invested in that feud.
They did not waste time when Ray came back to start all that. He just got back off the injury, and I like it. I wish they had more time than what they had now to build that up, but it's still exciting to see. I want to see Ray get his belt out and whoop him with the belt again over in the corner. But
Dragon Lee's supposedly the next
Ray,
the next big luchador wrestler.
I'm kind of surprised that they brought him into the LWO just to be a part of WrestleMania.
But that's what they said about what's his name. I can't think of it right now. Not Kalisto. The guy before Kalisto.
Sin Cara.
Yeah.
That guy was a botch.
There was two guys. That was actually two guys, supposedly.
Because the original guy, he couldn't speak English well.
Mm-hmm.
So he couldn't understand calls during the matches. And then the other guy that did it, I think it was actually Primo. Remember Primo?
Yeah.
I think he played Sin Cara after him as well.
Remember the Mexicools?
Who's that?
Super Crazy, Juventud Guerrero, and Psychosis.
Yeah. Remember they used to come out on the Juan Deers?
Is that WCW?
No, that was in WWE early 2000s, right? Later,
yeah.
Something like that.
The Juan Deers.
By the way.
Do what they do on AEW. Just let them slap the shit out of each other. The luchadors, they bring in the luchadors from other promotions. They just whack the hell out of each other.
They need to do what they did back in the day and have the luchadors on first and get everybody pumped up for the show with all those crazy matches. And then once they build a good rivalry or a feud or something, storyline, whatever you want to call it, put them on the main event, put them in the mid card. Depends how they grow, right?
Yeah, it's cool to see early rope work. That would be cool.
That's what gets you, like, when you're watching a show, you want to see something early to get you in that. You don't want to see a slow match with two big dudes and it's like Omos, or just in reference, I know, Omos versus Big Bronson Reed or something, right?
Yeah.
It's slow. You want to get into it. You're pumped. You want to, keep it going. But yeah, next luchador extraordinaire, Dragon Lee.
Yo, how about a big shout out to Ricochet over there? He had a great match against JD.
Yeah, beating up on some Judgment Day, man.
Crowd got behind him pretty well. It was expected, but he put on the show. Ricochet put on a big. JD, shout out to JD as well, dude. He did great they both worked really well in that match to make it exciting. But also shout out to Andrade as well. His match against his replacement opponent
Giovanni Vinci.
and then Gio puts on great matches too.
Yeah.
That guy was a killer in NXT, and together they killed it together. I think Raw, it was the best Raw in a while in terms of everything. Like the matches were great. Even Candice LeRae and Maxine Dupree. How what's her name got hurt in the ring, and then Candice took it to herself to go win, because of the injury. And then Indy Hartwell was staring at her and like, "Don't touch me."
She's turning super heel, like
Yeah.
the untasteful heel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then don't she and Indy Hartwell have some sort of relationship? Are they related somehow by marriage? What's the name of Indy Hartwell's husband?
Dexter Loomis.
Dexter Loomis. Where the hell's he been?
Probably doing dark matches against Joe Gacy.
Okay.
All right, before we get too deep into the podcast, I got a surprise for you guys. So we're going to be doing a new segment. It's kind of like a Scrabble. It's kind of for engagement with the audience. We have some audience on right now, but it's in photo form. So this photos are altered or zoomed in, and you guys are pretty much just going to guess what the photo is of. It might be of a pay-per-view. It might be of a wrestler. It might be of anything related in wrestling. So let's get on to that, and let me just start the new segment that I want to call "Oh, You Didn't Know."
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody!
All right, so here's the first one. This is a photo. I'll give you a hint of a pay-per-view, and you guys take a guess of what it is.
Royal Rumble.
Johnny? John?
I want to say Royal Rumble too, but I'll switch it up. I want to say No Way Out.
Anybody in chat know what it is? All right.
Royal Rumble in Madison Square Garden.
Oh,
Yes.
Royal Rumble. There you go, buddy.
wow.
Joe got one. All right, next slide.
Yeet.
Yes, that's Jey Uso.
That was the easy one.
Yeet.
All right, next slide.
Is that Frog Splash?
Is that Eddie Guerrero?
Yeah.
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Extra points if you know who he's doing it on.
Frog Splash. Oh,
RVD.
Rob Van Dam. Yeah.
So what he's doing it on Rob Van Dam?
Yeah. Oh, the Big Show?
The Big Show.
Wow.
And that's all I got for that segment. Thanks for your participation.
Hey, shout out to everyone.
That was cool, yeah?
Shout out
Something
to
new.
callers. Yeah, that was a good one, Carl.
Yeah, that was pretty decent, brother.
All right, man. Moving on.
Oh, and that stinking Logan Paul comes from underneath the ring.
Like a little rat. Came out, straight punched Kevin Owens in the face, knocked him out.
But he got his, kind of.
Yeah, he did. You know what'd be cool? You know what'd be a cool match if they made that three-way match, that triple threat, Falls Count Anywhere.
Oh man.
But
I don't think Randy's back could handle that.
Perhaps not. And then Logan will have his cronies involved somehow as well.
Oh, KSI.
Oh, but that prime, I can't get over that prime in the middle of the ring. It's gonna be there, man.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Can you pay extra not to have it? Can they edit it out? Just have it.
No.
Come on.
They can't. I already called them.
Pay the
They said
extra,
no.
like whatever fee for Peacock. Be like no prime logo.
Sure. It's probably gonna cost you thousands of dollars, Carl.
$5 is the most I will pay.
That's not even enough for a hot dog.
That's not even for a bottle of Prime.
Yeah.
I mean, then I'll have to, then I'll have to suck it up, right? And watch with the Prime logo. I can't do it, boys.
I think it'll be okay.
I can't even do it with the visuals that they have sometimes. Like it just kills it for me. Old school, you know.
All right, so how do we see this LA Knight AJ Styles feud unfolding? So of course, LA Knight disguising himself as one of the tech guys of the one of the production crew.
Yeah,
That was cool.
that
But
was awesome to see.
AJ Styles turned around too quickly. There was no element of surprise there. LA Knight got found out a bit too quick.
Yeah, because they put him on the big screen, and AJ was looking at the big screen. So as soon as he saw it, he was like, "Oh, you know." I thought that was hilarious. I love what they're doing with, like, you know, they have a lot more freedom into what they're doing now, the production crew, you know. But I think it totally, like, made it more exciting to see. I wish they did some kind of like extreme rules or no holds barred or something between them, because it's just a normal match. And the way that they're going at it and how tense it seems, it should have been more than just a normal match.
Yeah, put them in a cage. Why not, right?
Right.
Put them in a cage and them beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah, but then WrestleMania doesn't really have too many cage matches.
Yeah, I can't recall the last. I mean, back in the day, I think they had more.
Yeah,
But I can't recall the last cage match I saw on WrestleMania.
Probably like
That'd be a good thing to look up, but
Hogan versus Zeus or something like that.
the blue cage,
Yeah.
that's not a real cage. It was like
No.
still cool. Put them in a real cage. Let them beat up. There's got to be a payoff, man. I'm behind it.
Yeah, me too. I want to see LA and I just go over, get an opportunity for Intercontinental title or something. I'm a big Cody crybaby, and I'm a big LA Knight guy, if you can't tell.
Yeah. There you go. Do all that.
Well, it looks like they reignited the Carry On Cross and the Bobby Lashley storyline.
Yeah, I was surprised Street Profits lost that match, man. I was thinking they're getting the 6-pack ladder match, but now it looks like they are
AOP.
AOP. What are they called? The final something?
Or the Final Testament.
Final Testament.
Yep.
Not
Authors
a
of
big
Pain.
fan. They gotta push AOP more. They gotta let them squash some people just so they can build up some rapport and just being big giant killers, you know.
Well, you see how they do. They're in that tag match, right?
Yes, they
the 6-man. Yeah. You see how they do then in that tag match. So this is the last Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania coming up, right? And then we got one more SmackDown.
Yeah, we're
to the Lashley Karrion Kross thing. That would be a good last man standing or perhaps an I Quit match, because one of those guys have to go because they're just going to keep going at it. That storyline is going to get stale, and I have a feeling Karrion Kross isn't going anywhere for a while.
No, they're trying to push. Give him a push. Give him something. But can he, like, get to the upper mid card and maybe be a viable United States champion, Intercontinental champion contender?
I
hope not.
Yeah. Speaking of Intercontinental Championship, are you guys behind this Sami Zayn Gunther match right now?
I don't think Sammy's gonna take the title. I think Gunther's retain.
Yeah, but are you behind the whole build up to it? I can't get behind it because it's just so late in the progression of it, so close to WrestleMania, and it's like Chad Gable's like, you can't beat it. It's like the underdog story.
I think they're building up that storyline, that feud, the Chad Gable, Sami Zayn thing.
That
post WrestleMania, expect to see those two going at each other. Who's going to be the heel in that situation?
Mm-hmm. I think that's more exciting, honestly. Chad Gable and Sammy. I mean, they put on a great show in that gauntlet match. I'm more excited for that. But
Gunther needs an opponent that just like a Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar needs to come back and maybe face Gunther.
I think that was the original idea, right? That he was supposed to face off Gunther at the Royal Rumble when he comes in, and that probably would have started something for WrestleMania.
Oh, boy.
he needs a legit contender.
I'm surprised Cody Rhodes hasn't reached out to Brock Lesnar. Like, hey, buddy, get on my side. The Rock is bullying me.
Well, that's another thing. A lot of rumors going on that he's going to need more help than just Seth Rollins and Jay. He's going to need John Cena's help or possibly Stone Cold Steve Austin's help.
Oh, the trailer, the WWF trailer in the back.
Little subliminals going on.
Go away, Cody.
It's not like they're not under contract. They can put their face anywhere they want. Like a lot of people are just hyping stuff up at this point. It's like, oh man, this picture, dude, they're still under contract with the WWE.
Well,
here is Cody. Who's
They're still making merch for Austin?
Who's Cody gonna cuddle up with next?
Hey, don't count anything out. Remember, nobody thought CM Punk was going to come back. Nobody thought, they're not going to sign CM Punk. Too controversial. He's a cancer in the locker room.
That's what I said when he called Paul Levesque.
But guess what? He came back.
It did. Hell Fro
came back.
Well, not going to be in the ring anytime soon, so just expect to hear him on commentary.
Yeah. But don't rule out any possibility. What if John Cena comes out and at that tag match and does something? Or Stone Cold comes out, like something's got to give here. They say big returns are going to happen at this WrestleMania.
We got our celebrity confirmation. The hip hop artist Meek Mills from Philadelphia will be WrestleMania.
I think it's great, to be honest with you. They probably could have gone with like maybe Will Smith, or but
that would be excellent. Get him rocking.
Right.
Oh, come on! You know how much that would sell.
Yeah, but I think it's too controversial, and WWE doesn't even notice, considering everything going on with Meek Mill and Puff Daddy.
Oh.
Yeah, they can't read the room at all. But then again, hey man, I think it's badass.
I think they might have been warned about that. Don't get them involved, especially at a time like this.
Yeah,
they do love them some Snoop Dogg though.
Oh yeah, or shout out to they could have had Lil Uzi Vert do it too. He's from Philly, I thought. No,
we'll see how it turns out. I mean, it's cool.
Any big returns you guys think about coming up this WrestleMania? Who do you think is going to come surprise everybody?
As like just a stop in, like I can't call it right now.
Like Shane McMahon came out last year to beat up the Miz but tore his quad.
I could have swore they were going to do something with Lesnar, but I think he's got some personal problems right now, legal troubles.
I hope Sylvester Stallone comes out.
Oh, Rocky!
There you go.
Bring Mike Tyson out, but put those two in the ring.
Who's hosting WrestleMania?
Isn't it Meek Mill?
Wasn't that confirmed? It was Meek Mill.
So he's gonna host it. He's not just a musical guest or anything like that.
I'm not sure. I didn't catch it. I knew he's gonna be there.
They haven't revealed that much yet.
Yeah, I think the Miz did a great job. I think he's just a good host. No.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the Rhodes dynasty, the real story, Dustin, formerly known as Goldust. Congratulations to him on his win against the Butcher on AEW Rampage. Again, I really wish Dustin, aka Goldust, or whatever you want to call him, gets his flowers, gets his due. The other night, when was it? There was some social media post of him saying "F the Rock."
Mm-hmm.
So
Speaking of AEW, today was Rampage, and Adam Copeland, the Edge, went against Zack Ryder. What's his name? Cardona?
Matt Cardona or something like that. Yeah.
Zack Ryder, the Edge #2.
Yep. Yeah. That was a big thing today. Kicked off Rampage or Collision.
You spoiled it. I was about to watch it again. I was hoping it would be Jeff Hardy, but I'll see. Hopefully they put Jeff Hardy in the Edge picture somehow.
Yeah, give him a good contenders match right there. He's a TNT champion right now, so
yeah, a lot of big things happening as well on AEW. Don't sleep on that. I mean, I've said this before. A little less.
Sorry, what?
Not your type of wrestling. Strong style.
I like a little bit of AEW here and there.
And a lot of matches either end or begin with a handshake. It's great television.
Maybe they should start kissing after and reading each other bedtime stories as well.
Right now, we got to focus on the road to WrestleMania, man. We got to make sure AEW in our back pocket just for our listeners. But, I'm not watching it live. I don't have time on that day.
All right. Well, a lot of stuff remains to be seen. WrestleMania, of course, only in a few more nights. Us three got to figure out something. What are we going to do on those 2 nights?
We're going to go live, and hopefully, Joe, you're on time and prepared for the 2 days that we're going to go.
Can we just
Friday?
Can we take the night off?
Friday. So the Friday before WrestleMania, we're going to do a live stream, and then I think we want to do the Monday or Sunday.
We could do Friday after SmackDown.
Yeah,
Friday after SmackDown.
Friday's good for me, but yeah, this is something we need to just let everyone, all of us, stew on this. Let's sit back and observe, because it's going to be explosive. It's going to be a lot of stuff developing,
right?
A lot of stuff to examine, a lot of stuff to digest. So
yes, sir.
I want to say again, thank you to everyone listening who tuned in today, and our thousands and thousands of followers. Thank you for getting us to that mark.
Shout out to them OnlyFans models. Thank you so much.
The OnlyFans standing on business. They got
we did reach our 100 followers on.
We did
yesterday or a couple days
ago. Give it up.
Our first 100,000. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you guys.
All right, everybody.
All right, we'll see you next time. We're the Smarkers. My name is Joe, aka Triple J.
Johnny Boy.
And
L.A. Night. Yeah.
Smarks. All right, guys. Take it easy. Have a good night.
Bye.